He saw how tough the enemy's defenses were, and he had no illusions about tomorrow's attack. But until the early hours of the next day, this night was his. At dawn, the artillery thunder would explode, and 100 soldiers of his company would engage in mortal combat without having enjoyed the pleasures of sex. He didn't think that was unfair. It was a natural privilege, like his epaulets or his officer's food ration. One of Trofimov's soldiers was young Vasya Ogorodnikov. He was barely 18 years old, and he was spending the night cleaning the latrine. It was alleged to be punishment for going absent without leave. Yesterday afternoon, Vasya had gone to the neighboring village to visit his mother. Trofimov could easily understand the youngster, and failed to understand the platoon commander who refused the boy's request. Had Trofimov been asked to grant leave, he would have done so. But war was war, and discipline was essential. If Trofimov pardoned the youngster now, it would set a bad example to the others. And so, on the eve of his possible death, the young soldier was forced to dig in a pile of human excrement, while his fellow soldiers slept in their bunks, and their company commander enjoyed making love. Comrade Lieutenant, the voice of his batman Petruchin interrupted them. Petruchin, what's the matter? Some of our men are out here. Kuznetsov, Volkov, and others. Tell them to get the hell out of here for Christ's sake. They say it's urgent, Comrade Lieutenant. They insist. All right, I'm coming. Trofimov cursed and imagined what he would do to those intruders if it turned out to be something trivial. He dressed and emerged from the dugout. In the darkness, he saw the faces of a dozen of his soldiers. What's the matter? Inquired Trofimov. Comrade Lieutenant. Volkov was an elderly collective farmer and a battle-hardened soldier. But it sounded as if he was sobbing. Say, Vaska, for God's sake. Which Vaska? Vaska Ogorodnikov, Comrade Lieutenant. Are you out of your mind? Trofimov growled. I've not sent him to the penal battalion, have I? Or made him strip naked in the frost? No one ever died from cleaning a latrine. It's not what you're doing, Comrade Lieutenant. It's Vorotnikov and the Smersh. He's going to shoot him. Nonsense. I swear it by Christ, Comrade Lieutenant. He had him brought from the latrine, and now they're court-martialing him. After that, they can shoot him on the spot. Please, Comrade Lieutenant. Vaska is a kid. It's sacrilege to shoot one so young. Let's go, Trofimov said. Petruchin. Yes, sir? Tell Lisa I have something urgent to see to. Trofimov approached the clearing. His company were formed up in the rows, and in the center of the grassy area, Lieutenant Vorotnikov, the head of Smersh in their battalion, sat on a stool. Two of his junior lieutenants sat beside him on tree stumps. In front of them stood 18-year-old Vasya Ogorodnikov, the youngest soldier in the company, guarded by two soldiers of the commandant's squad. And therefore, Worotnikov's voice was as calm as if speaking of something quite trivial. The court-martial finds the above-mentioned Private Ogorodnikov guilty of high treason in the form of desertion during wartime, and serves on him the supreme sentence, execution by firing squad. This sentence is final and not subject to appeal. "What's that, Vorotnikov?" Trofimov shouted. "Can't you see?" Vorotnikov grinned. "We're meting out justice to a traitor." "He's no traitor," Trofimov shouted. "You know that perfectly well. He's a deserter." "He's not a deserter. He was absent without leave. And he wasn't caught. He returned on his own accord. I punished him." "You call that punishment? That's a childish rebuke. There are special laws during wartime, and the country won't forgive any slackness on our part." "How can you say that?" Trofimov demanded. "You've never fought in a single battle." "Enough," Vorotnikov shouted. "You're poking your nose into something that isn't your business. We passed the sentence and we'll carry it out." He turned to the commandant's squad. "Carry out the sentence."
Just go ahead, Alex, it's okay.
Two of them grabbed Vasya by the shoulder and turned him to face the soldiers of the company. "Select the firing squad," Vorotnikov ordered Trofimov. "Hell never!" exclaimed Trofimov. "I won't let this pass. This is lawlessness." "Is that so, Trofimov?" Vorotnikov's voice became threatening. "Do you think that just because you got your decorations, there's no authority above you?" The blood rushed to Trofimov's face. He grabbed his pistol, cocked it, and pointed it straight at Vorotnikov. "Listen, you jackal," he said, stressing every word. "If one hair falls from that boy's head, I'll empty this clip into your fat belly. Got it?" Vorotnikov took a minute before he regained his speech. "Treason," he yelled. "I'll have you arrested and court-martialed." Trofimov appealed to his soldiers. "This man calls me a traitor," he said calmly, addressing the company. "Tell me, men, does any one of you believe Senior Lieutenant Trofimov is a traitor?" The company erupted. "How can he say that? You are a hero, Comrade Lieutenant, the pride of Russia. It's him who is the traitor, dirty jackal, bloodsucker." "Give us a signal," a few men cried, "and we'll finish this butch off on the spot. We'll throw him into the ravine. Nobody will never find out." Vorotnikov turned to face Trofimov, and his lips muttered, "No, no, Trofimov, please." No, for Trofimov it was a sign that his opponent was vanquished, at least for now. "No," he said to his men, "killing him would be an act of mutiny, and mutiny in time of war is tantamount to treason." He turned to Vorotnikov. "Did you hear what the man said, you bastard? These modern Russian heroes have shown their devotion to our country by fighting the real enemy, not by shooting defenseless teenagers. Now release Ogorodnikov." "Yes," Vorotnikov muttered, and motioned for his underlings to release the prisoner.